My name's Mike with Weekend Warrior BBQ, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple New York style pizza at home. And let's get this pizza party started. We got to make the dough. So this is about a 70% hydration dough. The exact amounts will be in the description below. You start with warm water, add your yeast. I like to dissolve it by hand like I'm doing here. Once it's dissolved, I'm going to add my diastatic malt powder. Same thing, dissolve it in by hand, and then what I'm going to do is add in the bread flour. From here, it's pretty simple. I'm just gently going to distribute this flour into the water. We want to make sure it all gets incorporated, and you want to form it into a shaggy mass like this. Looks pretty shaggy. Once you've got it like that, this is a good time to add your salt. This is fine salt. It looks pink because I'm using pink Himalayan, but you don't have to use that. Distribute it evenly so you don't get one piece that's super salty, and work it in for about 5 minutes, kneading it just like this. So after doing that for about 5 minutes, you're going to add your olive oil. And from here, it's really going to become easy. That dough is probably going to come right off your fingers. And just start working that in for about 5 minutes as well. And then what I do is I put it in an oiled bowl and cover it for 20 minutes. Just let it sit on your bench and rest at room temperature. And after 20 minutes, take it out, and we're going to do something called the 4-fold method. This is going to help build up strength so that your dough ball doesn't just go flat on you. What you do is you take one side and you pull out until it pulls back to the point of resistance, and then you fold it over. You do that on all 4 sides. Basically what you're doing is stretching out the gluten, which is going to strengthen it, and then we just fold over and fold over again, and then I'm going to turn it upside down, put it back in the bowl for 20 minutes, and then I'll do it again one more time in 20 minutes. Once that's done, I cut it in half. That's going to give you 2 dough balls, about 500 grams apiece, which is more than enough for 2 16-inch pizzas. And then guess what? I do that same 4-fold method to the smaller dough balls. And then you can put them both in a container. I'll let them sit again for 20 minutes. If it looks like they're going flat, I'll do it one more time. But usually by now, it's strong enough to hold its shape. But that's kind of the secret to keeping your dough ball in its shape. And then it goes in the refrigerator covered up to 2 days. You'll see here I'm pushing in underneath to make a real tight ball here. You'll see the skin is nice and shiny and it's holding together. That's the secret. But anyways, 2 days in the refrigerator after you get to this point, and then you're ready to make your pizzas. And it's been 2 days since we made the pizza dough. It sat in the refrigerator, covered up, and then I took it out 2 hours before I wanted to cook. Let it come up to room temperature. And I have all my other ingredients out here on the table, so I'm ready to go. Pizza oven is preheated. I want it around 500 degrees Fahrenheit on the stone, and I'm using charcoal. I dumped that in about a half hour ago, so we're ready to go. Let me show you how to do this. And here's how I like to do it. I take a little bit of semolina flour, put that on the board. I'm gonna put a little bit on the top of our pizza dough. Just kind of rub that in a little bit, and that's going to help it from sticking to your hand. Turn your container upside down. Just gently pull it. Let gravity do the rest. And we're going to go top side down. A beginner tip for you, if you're having a hard time with your dough sticking to the peel when you launch it, you want that top side to go down on the peel in the end. It's got a smoother surface. Top side here, or I'm sorry, bottom side here. A little more semolina. Just gently rub that on. And I'm going to take my fingers, almost flat, and we're going to push down in the center and then away from us. Okay. Just like that. Now you're going to pick it up, flip it over, and now same thing, away from you. Push it out, We're pushing all the gas to the edges and starting to form our pizza. Okay. Now same thing, we're going to pick it up and we're going to turn it 1/4 and we're going to push the other way that we haven't done yet. Just push it out, creating all these nice little bubbles. And this dough is very easy to work with. It's up around 70% hydration. So go easy on it. It doesn't need a whole lot of coaxing. And then we'll flip it. And then this will be our last push here. This will give you one 16-inch pizza, by the way. There's a lot of different ways you can stretch it from there. I'm not skilled enough yet to toss it in the air, although I do want to learn how to do that. I just take it in my hands, just give it a little stretch, and then let gravity pull it. When I set this down, I'm going to set it down on a pizza screen, and I'll show you that here. Now, the reason I like to use a screen, especially if I have a lot of toppings on here, sometimes when I go to slide the pizza in the oven, the toppings go all over the place. Here with this screen, you can just slide it in, let it start cooking. Usually I'll cook it about halfway, then I'll take it off of the screen once everything is set to crisp up that bottom. But if you don't want to do that, more power to you. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a 16-inch pizza, about 4 ounces of pizza sauce. Now this is a really simple, quick pizza sauce. It's a can of crushed tomatoes, a can of tomato sauce, about a tablespoon of oregano, and about a tablespoon of salt, but just do that to taste. And I do this the day before I want to make the pizza. So we're going to start with about 4 ounces. And I don't like to put a lot of sauce in the center, just because that tends to be where the thinnest part of the crust is. Put more out towards the edges. And the same goes for the cheese and other toppings. Keep the center nice and light so it doesn't flop too much on you. Cheese, you can put as much as you like. I'm going to put down about 8 ounces. And this is just your standard store-bought pizza blend. So it's got some provolone, some low moisture mozzarella. All right, that's how I like it, plain cheese. What do you guys think? Do you want a plain cheese or a pepperoni? Pepperoni? All right, I'll do it just for you. We'll load this up. And here we go, right into a 500-degree oven. Pizza stone has been preheating for a while. Don't go much hotter than that, maybe 550 tops. This crust will burn on you. We're gonna throw her in, about 90 seconds, and then I'm gonna rotate it a quarter turn every 90 seconds, and then we'll crisp up that bottom. All right, take this out, get it off the pizza screen and onto a pizza peel. And if you can hear that noise, it's raining, of course. I can't pick when it's gonna rain. I can only pick when my days off are, so I gotta roll with it. We're gonna put this back in now. About a minute like this, and then after another minute, I'm gonna rotate it, and it should be done. All right. Took it out a little early because of the rain, but whatever. It's gonna be good. Go ahead, cut this into some slices. I like the way this is sounding and cutting. Nice crunchy crust. Check out that underside. All right, here we go. Not much flop. It's hot. That is really good. Thin and crispy, soft on top. Perfect amount of cheese and sauce. I love it. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Check out this video right here. I think you're gonna like that too. And I'll see you over there.